Most people fall asleep unconsciously and wake up trapped in the same life. Tonight, I'm going to show you how master manifestors use sleep to change who they are. Before I reveal the way master manifestors actually fall asleep, I need to tell you something most people never hear. They don't just close their eyes and drift off, hoping the universe does something overnight. They're doing something deliberate, something powerful, right in that window between waking and sleep. Most people miss it. But if you use this one moment the way Neville Goddard taught, you can literally shift your identity while your body sleeps. So stay with me for a few minutes because I'm about to show you exactly how to fall asleep like a master manifester. And it's probably the most underrated thing Neville ever taught. Let's get into it. From the early 1900s until now, Neville Goddard's words have echoed through time, not just as teachings, but as a challenge. He didn't simply talk about manifestation, he spoke of something far more radical, that you are the operant power, that nothing comes to you, but instead comes from you. Many people know the catchphrases, feeling is the secret, live from the end. They quote them, they post them, but they're still stuck. And here's why. There is one practice, one precise window in time, Neville emphasized again and again. That moment is right before sleep, not during your morning routine, not while journaling your desires, not even during your high vibration meditation sessions, but in those last few minutes when your body is still, your eyes are heavy, and the doors to your subconscious are swinging wide open. Neville knew this was the single most potent moment to plant a new identity. Here's what most people miss, and this is critical. How you fall asleep determines who you wake up as. That's not a metaphor. That's mechanics. The reason you may still feel stuck, even though you affirm, script, and visualize, is because you keep falling asleep as the same self. Let me say that again. You fall asleep as the you who is waiting, the you who doubts, the you who is quietly afraid it might never happen. That's what Neville called the old man. This isn't poetic language, it comes straight from scripture. The old man is the old self, the version of you that still identifies with your bank account, your heartbreak, your trauma, your limitations, and the story the world has told you about who you are. And every night when you lie down and drift off still wearing that identity, you resurrect it. Every morning you wake up and repeat the same thoughts, the same patterns, the same timeline. That's why so many people keep asking, why hasn't it shown up yet? Because you haven't died to the old self. You haven't fallen asleep as the new man. So what do? How do you actually fall asleep as the new man? How do you shed the skin of the old self after a lifetime of being told who you are? If this is what separates master manifestors from everyone else, how do they do it? Listen carefully. If you follow the steps I'm about to share, not halfway, not casually, not while scrolling your phone, but with full inner commitment, you won't just fall asleep. You'll fall into a new identity, a new timeline, a new reality that begins building itself around you while you sleep. This is where the shift happens. Step 1. Identify and turn your back on the old man. Before you can step into the new man, you must face the old one. Not to fight him, not to fix him, but to say, I'm done being this version of me. Most people skip this step. They want the new without letting go of the old. But Neville was clear. You cannot serve two masters. You can't go to sleep asking for abundance while secretly believing you're broke, unworthy, or still waiting. So identify your old man. Is he the one who feels overlooked? The one who believes money is hard to come by? The one who always gets close but never quite gets it? The one who quietly doubts whether any of this even works? That's your old man. He may feel familiar. He may even feel safe. But he is not your truth. He's just a story you've lived long enough to believe. You don't evolve by fixing the old man. You evolve by leaving him behind. Before your head hits the pillow, decide which version of you will not wake up tomorrow. Be clear, be honest, be done. Because if you don't consciously turn your back on the old self, you'll unconsciously fall asleep as him. and your reality will keep looping. Step 2, embody the new state. Before sleep. Now comes the part most people can't hold. You have to become someone you haven't fully met yet. This isn't daydreaming. It's not repeating affirmations. It's releasing the version of you shaped by survival and stepping into the version of you who has never had to beg life to love them. Ask yourself, if you were already who you're becoming, how would you lie down at night? Would your jaw be tight with stress? Would your stomach be clenched with fear? Would your heart be racing with regret? No. You'd be soft, grounded, still, safe. Shift your emotional atmosphere, not your words, not your vision board, but your inner temperature. Let your breath slow. Let your body rest as if nothing needs to be proven. Think in sensations, not sentences. What does stability feel like in your spine? What does being chosen feel like in your chest? What does freedom feel like in your soul? Your subconscious doesn't speak English, it speaks state. Step 3, seal the state with sleep. This is where most people lose it. They feel the state, and then they check their phone, they worry, they rehearse tomorrow, they revisit yesterday, and the state dissolves. Sleep is not the end of consciousness, it's the transfer of command. What you carry into that final moment becomes the instruction manual for your subconscious. So guard the state. Don't audit your life for proof. Don't ask if it's working. Lie down as someone who already has what no one can take from them. Neville didn't mean hope in the assumption. He meant sleep knowing. You're not going to sleep to manifest. You're going to sleep because it's already yours. That's the difference between forcing and becoming. Tonight, you have a choice. You can fall asleep as the version of you who's still waiting, or you can do what master manifestors do. If tonight is the night you say, I'm not going back, type I am the new man in the comments. Not for me, for you. Mark the moment. See you on the other side. If this message resonated, don't just listen. Live it, sleep in it, become it. Subscribe to Stories in Quotes B for deeper wisdom and real inner transformation.